Macbeth is a tragedy by William Shakespeare, one of his most famous and influential plays. It tells the story of Macbeth, a Scottish nobleman whose ambition leads him to treachery, murder, and ultimately his own downfall. The play begins with three witches on a Scottish heath. They prophesy that Macbeth, a brave and loyal general, will become the Thane of Cawdor and eventually the King of Scotland. Shortly after, Macbeth and his friend Banquo encounter the witches, who greet Macbeth with the titles Thane of Glamis, his current title, Thane of Cawdor, a title he does not yet know he has been given, and King hereafter. Banquo is told that his descendants will be kings, although he will not be one. Macbeth is soon informed by King Duncan's messengers that he has indeed been named Thane of Cawdor, sparking his ambition to become king. Encouraged by his wife, Lady Macbeth, who is even more ambitious than he is, Macbeth decides to murder King Duncan to take the throne. Macbeth kills Duncan while he sleeps, with Lady Macbeth helping to frame the guards for the murder. Consumed by guilt and paranoia, Macbeth begins to unravel mentally. Duncan's sons, Malcolm and Donalbain, flee the country, fearing for their lives, which makes them appear guilty of their father's murder. Macbeth is crowned king, but his guilt and fear of losing the throne begin to haunt him. Macbeth, now king, feels insecure about his position, especially because of the witches' prophecy that Banquo's descendants will inherit the throne. He hires assassins to kill Banquo and his son, Fleance. Banquo is murdered, but Fleance escapes. At a banquet, Macbeth is haunted by Banquo's ghost, causing him to act irrationally in front of his guests. This further isolates him as Lady Macbeth tries to manage the situation. Macbeth visits the witches again, and they give him more prophecies, to beware Macduff, that he cannot be harmed by any man, born of a woman, and that he will be safe until Birnam Wood comes to Dunsinane Hill. Feeling invincible due to these cryptic predictions, Macbeth orders the murder of Macduff's family. Macduff, who has fled to England, joins forces with Malcolm to overthrow Macbeth. Lady Macbeth, tormented by guilt, begins to sleepwalk and eventually dies, presumably by suicide. Meanwhile, Malcolm's army disguises themselves with branches from Birnam Wood as they march towards Macbeth's stronghold at Dunsinane, fulfilling one of the witches' prophecies. In the final battle, Macbeth encounters Macduff, who reveals that he was born by caesarean section, from his mother's womb untimely ripped, and thus not technically born of a woman. Macbeth is killed by Macduff, and Malcolm is declared king, restoring order to Scotland. Themes. The play explores themes of ambition, power, guilt, fate versus free will, and the corrupting influence of unchecked ambition. Macbeth's tragic flaw, his overwhelming ambition, leads him to a path of destruction and madness, demonstrating the moral consequences of his actions. Macbeth remains a powerful examination of how the desire for power can corrupt and destroy, making it one of Shakespeare's most enduring works.